Good evening, everyone. My name is Larry Duffany. Most of you know me as a teacher here at St. Paul Catholic in the religion department. You may not know that I am also an emergency medical technician and an emergency medical services instructor. And tonight I wanted to just take a moment to talk to you about a very great feature on almost all cell phones, especially smartphones, that you might not be aware of that I'm going to ask you and encourage you to make use of, and that is what's called the emergency call feature. Now, this is a feature that you can find on your phone when you go to your lock screen. You just simply swipe, and on the bottom, you might see something that looks like this. Mine says emergency call. You can see that right here. However, it might say emergency call, or in case of emergency, or ICE. And the way you get to this is very simple. You just tap that button. Why is this important? What this does is it puts into the grasp of somebody like me who is an EMT important phone numbers to be able to get a hold of somebody should something happen to one of your loved ones. So, for example, let's say that it's you and you're out and something happens, and I, as an EMT, need to get a hold of somebody in your family to let them know that you're on the way to the hospital. Well, what's great about this is that by tapping this little button here, I now have access on my phone. I don't know if you can really see it, but there is an M, an H, and a J. The M is for my mom, the H is for H is for my house phone number, and J is actually my wife's first initial. So what'll happen is that my cell phone will automatically dial without being unlocked my mother's phone number or my home phone number or my wife's phone number. The reason that that's important is this. I don't know about you, but I don't answer phone calls from people I don't know, or I don't answer the phone if I look down and I don't recognize the number. So if something were to happen to me and EMS were to come up, they would be able then to just tap open my phone and call my wife and say, hey, I'm not even sure who this is, but I'm sure you recognize the number, and this person has been hurt or they're sick and they're on their way to the hospital. This is where you can meet us. So it's a really wonderful feature. You can set all those phone numbers up out of your contacts. You just go into your settings, go into your contacts. It depends on the kind of platform or phone that you have, how that actually will work. But you can find directions for it. You can find directions for it very easily on the web. For the Android, which is what I have because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay tons of money for a phone. The truth of the matter is I just go in through my contacts and my settings, and I identify those people in a group that are called my emergency contacts. The other thing that's really good is this. Down at the bottom next to the phone, there's actually a little orange icon that I don't think you can see, but when I tap that, my medical history comes up. So I have some things going on in my medical history that I want somebody to know about because it'll change how they do my patient care on me. So there are some, like I said, I have a couple of medical things, but also I have an allergy to a medicine, and they can pull this up and they can see, don't give me penicillin. Holy cow, that would really be bad. So the cool thing is this only takes about 5 minutes to set up. You can find directions for your specific phone on the internet very, very quickly. But I encourage you to do this. I encourage you to do this for you, but also please for your kids. This is going to be a great way for us to be able to help them, and for EMS to be able to help them in the event that the unthinkable happens. We can at least reach you, somebody can reach you, and we can know a little bit about somebody's medical history to make sure that we address things properly, and more importantly, sometimes that we don't do certain things that we might ordinarily do in EMS, but it would be a bad idea given the situation or the health situation of a given person. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. I think it's a really important topic, and I hope you find this helpful. Please make use of it and have a great night.